All right, little late night Cappy. And the reason it's late night, let me just tell you something right now. Okay, let me just tell you all of you right now. Unless you get out of here, like the US, and you find a culture that's completely different, you got time to explore it. Your life is going to be relegated to working out, working, and working some more. Because if you try to go out and have fun, it's not going to happen. So I had to go to, I wanted to have ice cream. So I got ice cream at the grocery store. Why'd you go to the grocery store, Aaron? Because I did try to go to the ice cream parlor and I forgot it's Friday. And I walk up to, I didn't even get in. I saw all the fat people. Saw all the fat people making a big line of fat people. And you know, the thing about fat people is they never decide quickly. Right now, Silvio is watching this. He's like, what the hell is this about? I'll get there. I just want to tell why I'm doing this, why I'm doing late night stuff. And I was like, okay, all right. Bought some games for the Xbox 360. Yeah, it's old school. I'm like, oh, this will work. Try Battlefield 4. Oh, no, you need to install hard drive. Well, what's this? Oh, no, you need to install another hard drive so you can play this game. You're not going to be allowed to have. The gym is open. The grocery store is open. And you can stream stuff. And by that time, I'm like, I might as well work. Might as well get some extra work done. So what I want to do is talk to you about Silvio Canto. He's been running a show for about a decade now, a little bit more. I've realized I've known Silvio for 10 years. And if some of you guys remember, he was my buddy down in Texas, where I was showing him with my channel. I did quota stream with him, but it was more to show him how YouTube worked. So he's been doing Blog Talk Radio, which is one of the oldest, longest running podcast services, hosts live radio on the internet that you could do. If you go back in the archives, it was really poor quality, low kilobytes per second. And of course, they've improved with time. But he was one of the very first. Now, I visited him, not more than a couple months ago. I say, hey, Silvio, I say, you record all your stuff live, right? Like he never edits. Like he just does it. He does his thing. And he's old school in that Blog Talk Radio had fixed times. He could get his down to the second. There's the outro music and he did it. So he's naturally gifted in that. I said, well, if you're doing it live, you might as well stream to different platforms. I showed him how to do YouTube and StreamYard and all that. And here's what I like about Silvio. You know what he did? He did it. He did it. And he set up his YouTube channel. He did streaming. So now he does blog, but then he got it up on it. And guys, all I'm asking you guys to do is please go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Because the guy put in the effort and he did it. He didn't like, oh, I don't know these things. Oh, he doesn't sound like that anyway. Silver Fox Latino, actually, I'll have you know. Very polite gentleman, by the way. Very good. And I was like, dang, Silvio actually did it. So I watched a couple things. I said, all right, yeah, you got that in and everything's working fine. I said, yeah, about the only thing would be your office, but that's analog, so he's gonna soundproof it a bit. But I was like, well, yeah. See, now here's what Clairmeister. I don't think he realizes the power of streaming live because he doesn't know what super chats are. I think he might because I showed him one of you guys said a super chat in. And I don't think he understands monetization. But here you would have, oh, by the way, let me tell you his background. So he's an elderly, I wouldn't call old elderly. I think he's low 60s. Maybe no more than 60, 61. And he escaped Cuba when he was a kid. He wrote a book about it called Cubanos in Wisconsin. And the reason it's called Cubanos in Wisconsin is because that's where they settled. And he became a huge Green Bay Packers fan back so long ago when they were good the first time. Because when I was a kid, they were horrible. And that's a hell of a story. You should probably go get the book anyway. Because they got to go to Jamaica, and they had to go to Mexico, and then they had to come into Florida. I think he had an uncle that worked in banking near Green Bay, of all places. Now, of course, he was smart. He went back south, so he's down in Texas. But he hates communism. He hates them. Oh, because he was there. Oh, yeah, he remembers Castro, of course. But what he does now, for those of you that might be interested, we have a fair amount of Latino listeners here. He covers American news, but there's occasionally he'll talk about what's going on in obviously Cuba. He'll talk about Venezuela. He'll talk about Dominican Republic, talk about Mexico. And so you may actually want to tune into it. What I'm saying would be a great, cool thing to do for the guy, almost like a little trick. He wouldn't know. I wouldn't tell him. But if we all went over there and just subscribed to his channel and we got him to 1,000 where he could actually be monetized, though you have to have enough people to watch it. I guess there's a video viewing. But if he just got a bump, like he just came back and, oh my gosh, what happened? Because he's at 145 now. And heck, if we could get Bacon up, we can get Silvio up. It'd be really cool if we got him. And then, hopefully down the road, enough people will watch him that he could get monetized. Like, hey, Silvio. Nah. And you know what? He has regular job, good family and all that. But if he made a little bit of scratch on the side with super chats and all that, that would certainly supplement his retirement. And I think he would just think that'd be the coolest thing ever. Because he'd be like, Aaron, there are people and they're giving me money. What's going on? How does this work? Now, don't tell him. Don't tell him Aaron sent me. Don't tell. That's the thing. He's just got to he just needs to be surprised. And then we'll find out maybe when he gets to 1,000. Hey, Sylvia, hang on now. Because he doesn't curse. He's too polite. He's too civil a man. But anyway, yeah, the link is down below. What's his? Well, you can look up Canto Talk Radio, CANTO. If I didn't link to it in the description, maybe I can put it here. Can I put it there? Does that show up? There, I think it showed up. So yeah, subscribe, and then and then if you have an interest in Latino news, I would go there before I go CNN or Fox News. I just tune into Silvio. It's very calming, relaxing, nothing exciting and all that. So, all right, that's it. More on the way. See you guys later, Toodles.